20 minutes of all of our lives.
Yeah. Alright. We're going.
We're going?
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the 8 Eyes on 3 Guys podcast, but today we have a guest. Returning once again for her third guest appearance is our good friend Rebeckah.
Yo.
You guys all know me, I'm host of the podcast, Brenton. We are also joined by Alex.
Yeah, that's me. It was gonna be my movie pick, but...
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like... fucking
It's
dark out.
Eric's also here.
I am also here.
We're just coming off of recording the Boogie Nights podcast, which went fairly well.
Uh-huh.
We decided to double up and record a second podcast for tonight, so we sat down and we were going to watch Alex's choice, The Hollow Man.
Yeah, Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon.
A Kevin Bacon Invisible Man movie, but instead we decided to watch something that was not 2 hours long, and we watched the James Gunn Scooby Doo movie.
Yeah. The first one.
Yeah, the first one. Scooby Doo Monsters Island, or as it's called, Scooby Doo.
Which, as I believe, all of us grew up with this movie, right?
Yeah, okay. What year did it come out?
I don't know when it came out.
It feels like a 2000 and... let's all take guesses on what year it came out. I'm going to say 2002.
I'm going to say 2004.
I'm going to go with 2003.
I'm going... I don't know, 2006?
2003 actually sounds right.
Alright, I'll look it up.
Okay.
But yeah, this is the James Gunn Scooby Doo movie. It's 2002, by the way. I was right.
Okay.
And y'all can suck my dick.
Alright.
Yeah, the James Gunn Scooby Doo movie. It starts off pretty okay.
Yeah. Well, apparently this movie... From what I heard, it was originally going to be PG-13. Yeah. Brenton claims it was originally going to be R.
I've heard rated R.
Okay. But at any rate, it was going to be a more mature, more adult...
Originally, it was going to be more of a satire.
Yeah, it was sort of satirizing Scooby-Doo, but it also was Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but...
It wasn't like a parody.
And you can see that shine through in a few moments in this movie, in a couple of the jokes.
Yeah.
Especially in the ones that feel very James Gunn-esque.
Yeah.
And honestly, this movie is a lot more solid than I remembered it being, but it's still very bad.
Yeah. It follows in the trend of, like, 2000s kids movies of, like, having a few of those adult jokes in there.
Yeah. Well, alright, let's talk about the plot of the movie.
Okay.
So, the movie starts off, they are chasing a ghost in a toy factory, and I actually think that this is the best part of the movie, because it
100%
really does. Like, you get a chase scene, you get a nice little introduction to all the characters, Fred, Velma, Daphne, Shaggy, and Scooby. Scooby being the dog, Shaggy being Scooby's owner. He's very Scooby-esque. They're both cowards, love eating. Fred's the leader. He plans all the plans, makes the traps. Velma's the brains of the operation. Daphne's the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who plays everyone, but the guy who played Shaggy in this went on to voice Shaggy in any of the animated series, and he's actually fucking perfect.
He does a great job as Shaggy. It's the best part of the movie.
They have the usual voice of Scooby is Scooby.
They have the girl from Freaks and Geeks as Velma.
Yeah. They have the girl,
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is Daphne, which I actually think is a horrible...
I actually didn't know that.
Horrible miscast. I do not think she's a good Daphne at all, but...
It would make sense, though, that you would take the character from something like Buffy and say this would work for a Scooby-Doo movie.
Yes, no, it makes a lot of sense. They were all not huge movie actors at the time. So, and this film, it's relatively low budget.
Yeah.
You also have Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred, which I think is another piece of spot-on perfect casting. He's not great in the movie, but I think
he looks exactly like Fred.
But he's not great because he's not a good Fred. He's not great because the writing is bad.
Yeah.
He is a spot-on perfect Fred, pretty much.
Yeah.
A little less with some of the more recent Fred characterization in the later Scooby-Doo series, but at the time he was pretty much a perfect Fred. But, they go through the chasing, they catch the monster, and they do the unmasking. And
it's basically like the last bit of a Scooby-Doo episode.
No, it's like the last bit of a Scooby-Doo celebrity movie, because Pamela Anderson comes crashing in, remember?
Yeah.
And it's a perfect satirization honestly, of all the Scooby Doo celebrity movies with the celebrity showing up just at the end, to go, I'm the celebrity, and then like the villain's motive was he wanted to date Pamela Anderson, and then they show how the villain does his thing, and you get the unmasking, and then you get a fight. Like, they all go outside and they have a fight, and they break, the group
totally
breaks up.
Pointless.
It's
like,
see, it doesn't really matter, but it sets up like a 2-year time skip, and then like half a weed joke with Shaggy and Scooby in the Mystery Machine.
Yeah.
Because it cuts to smoke pouring out of it, and Shaggy going, it's fucking, I don't remember what he says, but he says something, and then it's getting toasted. And it's obviously supposed to be like a weed joke. And
right,
whatever.
but
and
they could have done that joke without it having the weird, like, we're breaking up the group.
Yeah, well, so I think the reason they broke up the group is because, at least in the first half of the movie, they wanted to engineer some conflict.
Right. Well, I guess the point of the movie is that they have to learn how to work as a team again, and you have to have them be, like, working badly as a team at first.
Yeah, but also, this movie sucks.
Yeah, that's
guys,
true.
Fucking hot take on this 16-year-old film. This movie's bad.
Does this movie have defenders? I mean, because most people, I would say, agree that these are not great movies.
I think some people like them, like the first. I like 2 a lot more than I like 1, but I definitely would say it is a not good film.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 1 especially towards the second half, it really degrades in quality.
Well, the first one, it's really just the monsters are a lot worse in the first one. The second one has much more interesting.
Well, I also think the pacing in the second one works a little better.
Okay, I would have to rewatch it to know that.
See, I watched the second one like maybe 4 years ago, so
okay.
I have a relatively recent viewing.
All right.
But no, yeah, let's continue. You guys have any Scooby Doo thoughts so far?
At this point, I was kind of like pleasantly surprised at how cartoony it was.
Yeah, well,
like how committed they were to making it like a live action cartoon.
Yeah, it actually comes across really well. It's a really great sequence, and like even though it's a 2002 movie, Scooby's CGI isn't terrible.
Well,
the monsters.
It looks fake. It looks
so
fake,
bad.
but it looks like sort of charming fake.
He doesn't look like he's in the scene, but looking at Scooby doesn't make me want to vomit like some movies make me want to.
Or like some of the other effects in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they all break up, and Shaggy and Scooby are in the Mystery Machine, and they're cooking eggplant burgers, and that guy shows up with like a letter for him, inviting them to Spooky Island, which is a attraction theme park that is horror themed.
Yeah, and then everybody meets up at the airport.
It's literally like it's like minutes after they break up. Too.
Yeah.
It's like 1 or 2 scenes, but Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby dressed in a grandma's outfit all meet up at the airport and get on the plane together. And they have a few moments of, extra characterization.
Yeah.
Daphne reveals that she's a black belt. Velma,
Shaggy gets introduced to his love interest.
Yeah, Shaggy gets introduced to his love interest, Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Yes, that is her name. Yes,
Yes.
it is a weed reference. No, it is not funny.
Yeah.
Fred has a book.
Yeah, Fred wrote a book.
And Velma's
Fred on
working
Fred
at NASA.
by Fred. Yeah, Velma was working at NASA and she wants to solve the mystery by herself that's happening or whatever. It did. Honestly,
they all want to solve it.
Honestly, none of it matters. It's set up for a couple bad jokes on the plane and the love interest, and this is almost where I think I lose any hope for this movie to ever be good in my head. Like
on the plane.
On the plane is where it really puts the bullet into the back of the head for me,
Okay.
Like the first scene is honestly fine and fun, but I think the quality really starts getting bad when they make the weed jokes in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, James Gunn, you're better than this.
Yeah.
No offense to James Gunn, because I know that James Gunn wishes that this was a better movie, and I know that if he was given a chance, he would make it a better movie.
Mm-hmm.
But,
what do you think of him directing Suicide Squad 2?
I hope it's good. I haven't seen Suicide Squad 1.
I hope that he writes it as well as directs it.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Unless, I think he was just signed on to write it. I mean, I hope he directs it along with writing it.
I mean, I hope he directs and writes, but like, if he does that, Jared Leto is gonna have to not be in that movie because James Gunn fucking hates Jared Leto.
Really?
Yeah, he's called him a fucking massive pervert and said some very unnice things about him.
Huh. What's wrong with Jared Leto? I don't know.
Apparently, he creeps on some of his younger fans.
Huh.
Gross.
But I'm not claiming these allegations to be true. Don't sue me,
Okay.
Jared Leto, please. I'm not saying that this is true or not.
Yeah.
I make no claims. This is just hearsay I've heard about James Gunn and Jared Leto's relationship.
Okay.
He wasn't a very good Joker anyway.
No, he was a bad Joker.
Suicide Squad, they switch it up in like that comics.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be Jared Leto.
Well, I mean, I just think they should have cast Jared Leto in the first place.
Yeah.
Not that I even thought he was going to be a bad Joker based off of the initial casting, but like, he turned out to be a bad Joker.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Scooby Doo.
So they land
More
on
like
the
Scooby
island.
Poo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they land on the island. They meet Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, Mr. Bean's in this fucking movie, guys.
Yes.
And he explains to them the mystery that's happening, how college students are coming on the island as normal college students, but then leaving as fucking weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
And we see a guy with a 90s ass haircut get beat up.
He looks like he
The
plays
lead
in
singer of
Sum
Smash Mouth.
41.
Those tips.
Frosted.
Frosted.
By the way, did you guys ever? Was there ever a period in your life where you listened to a lot of that pop punk stuff?
No.
Like fucking
High school.
Okay.
No, that's
Now.
still now.
Oh,
For
okay.
Rebecca.
Still now.
All right. I did for a while in like
Yeah?
4th and 5th and 6th grade. I listened to a lot of that fucking early 2000s pop punk.
Let's talk about a song from this soundtrack. Let's talk about The Land of 1,000 Drums. The Outcast / Killer Mike song on this soundtrack.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, podcast listeners, this is
Was Killer Mike even like a somebody
he was
in 2002?
he had already won. No, okay, so that was after his first album had come out.
Dude,
Monster.
when's this show coming out? Sorry.
Sometime in January,
Okay.
like January 18th, I think. Killer Mike is an Atlanta rapper, currently part of Run the Jewels. He's featured on the Scooby Doo soundtrack with Outkast on the song "Land of 1,000 Drums." Outkast, of course, being Atlanta hip hop super duo of Big Boy and Andre 3000.
Yeah.
They actually won a Grammy with Killer Mike for their original song off of their compilation album Best of Outkast, "The Whole World," which is
That's a good song.
It's a fucking great song, and it's the only Grammy Outkast and Killer Mike have won at this point. I mean, Outkast is not currently together, but Killer Mike is still making music.
Yeah, he's still together.
Well, I don't know about that, but he's still together with LP.
Okay.
Let's see. Land of 1,000 Drums is like surprisingly okay as a song.
I really wish they would have played it for more of the movie.
Yeah.
It's
we
like,
didn't get the Killer Mike verse at all.
You get like just some of the chorus and then it just moves on.
I mean, admittedly, the chorus is the best part of the song,
Well, yeah, it's the most iconic part.
but like, I don't know. I like the Killer Mike verse where he talks about Shaggy and Scooby. That's fun. Sad boys.
I don't know how that would have worked. Like,
Oh, but that plays as they're coming into the island, which is why I brought it up.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
they talked to Rowan Atkinson,
what's his character's name?
Mr.
Mr. Bean.
Mr.
Mr.
Mondavarius.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr.
something.
Mondavarius, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But I'm gonna call him Rowan Atkinson.
Okay.
Or Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talk for a bit, and then they all kind of like head up to
The castle.
no, not yet. They all head up to like the hotel for a minute. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And because then Daphne meets the voodoo guy,
Yeah.
and then she gets the idea to head up to the castle, and she heads up with Shaggy and Scooby.
I have to say, I like the scene with the voodoo guy.
The voodoo guy is
with the dead chicken and everything. And she's
so
like,
there's a voodoo guy, and he's sacrificing a dead chicken. And it's honestly the best Daphne scene.
Yeah, for sure.
This one and the second one with the voodoo guy.
Mm-hmm.
But like the voodoo guy, I think he's great. He's played by a guy who obviously doesn't give a shit,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he puts in a better performance than about half the people in this movie. Damn. Fucking
Fuck. Oh, man.
spitting fire tonight, guys.
Wow. Fucking... You
Yeah.
heard that CGI that played Scooby-Doo.
You guys want to know why I'm so on fire tonight? It's because I worked an 8-hour shift and recorded a podcast earlier today. So, like, please excuse the extreme tiredness.
Yeah. That's alright. Alright, so...
Yeah, they go up to the castle. We get the Scooby snack scene where Daphne feeds Shaggy and Scooby snacks.
Yeah. So
But
can
only
we talk
Scooby
about...
gets a Scooby snack.
It's so... Some things don't transition well from the animated world to a live-action world.
Yeah,
And
Scooby snacks is one of them.
I think that Shaggy eating actual dog food is one of those things that's like, okay, that's fucking...
It's just
weird.
it actually just seems kind of gross.
Yeah.
Like his
Because in the cartoon, it's totally fun because it's all just drawings. Like, you don't even think about it, really.
Yeah.
But in this, it's like, oh, that's a guy eating dog food.
It looks like he's eating a dog treat.
Yeah.
We even acknowledge it, like when he's talking to Mary Jane.
Yeah,
like,
I was
Because
gonna
she's
bring.
eating dog
I was gonna bring up
treats.
that she also
they're
eats
just
dog
both
treats.
weirdos.
They're both like, well,
I
they're
have-
vegetarian.
Yeah,
They have friggin' pie there or something.
In the live action world, if you eat dog food, you're ending up on like My Strange Addiction or
Yeah.
something. Like,
Come on. Oh, hey, let's talk about vegetarianism and Shaggy.
Yeah.
So one of the stipulations for the guy who played Shaggy in this is he's a vegetarian. So Shaggy had to be a vegetarian. You mentioned that he didn't do the Burger King
Yeah, there was
commercial.
they wanted to have Shaggy and Scooby in a Burger King advertisement, and the voice actor / actor refused to do it because he's a vegetarian, and he demands that Shaggy is also a vegetarian.
I'm actually totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Shaggy being a vegetarian is a very
It makes
in-character
sense.
thing for Shaggy.
Yeah.
He smokes weed. I mean,
Yeah, he's a total hippie.
Yeah.
most
There's actually a great moment where at the very end of this film, the main bad guy calls Shaggy a fucking beatnik. It's great.
I like that they don't slather. Well, I'll talk about it later. Never mind.
No, what was it?
The scene with like the plastic hot dogs.
That'll be
Okay,
a second. So they all go into the castle, and everyone is there, and then they all split up, and we get a scene where Velma's like, "You always pick me last, Freddy." So Freddy's is like a little bitch, and he capitulates. He picks Velma first.
Yeah.
So, Daphne goes off alone. I think she gets trapped on the cart, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, she's standing there.
checking out
She's like
the Damon thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
she found the thing and she's super excited, and then she's like dancing out of excitement, and then the cart fucking hits her.
No. She kicked the
That's
door open.
that's when she's like
with her
opening the
karate
door.
skills, and she was like, "Hell yeah, I did it!" And then the cart hits her
Well, she's just
because
not
one
paying
of
attention.
yeah,
Does
because one of the
Daphne
midget
know-
boys turns
Oh,
on
wait,
the entire.
everything starts because fucking Fred got like axed through a window.
No.
No, because
No.
that happens after.
There's a little
Oh, wait, no,
like
the midget.
culty midget guy that's
he
behind
turns
some
everything on.
That's how it turns
one-way
on.
glass, and he turns it on.
And then the cart hits Daphne, and Shaggy and Scooby are in the food room.
Yeah, so this is the best scene of the movie, I think.
Oh, let's talk about the set design for like just 1 second.
Yeah, because that's what makes it the best scene of the movie.
Honestly, the set design for the first half of this movie is really cool, and they have a lot of really interesting looking locations.
Yeah.
And then they obviously just don't have enough budget for good sets for the second half.
Yeah, there's nothing that I can think of from the second half of the movie that, like, stands out as far as that's concerned. But
Like in the first half, you got the castle.
the castle's cool. Like, the whole castle I love.
You got that weird voodoo lounge.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, that first couple opening shots of the theme park that look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But, like, the rest of the movie's sets are, other than, are super bland. 'Cause
It's just, like, boring caves and
yeah,
shit.
they're either in caves or outside.
Yeah.
But, on top of that, all the food monster designs are super fun. Like
yeah, in the room with Shaggy and Scooby.
yeah, like the
Like
turkey.
There's
the
a whole-
turkey that
there's a-
opens up like the thing mouth and then has the puppet hand come through.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. That was my favorite part of the movie, was just all that cool, like, interesting creatures and stuff.
You have Velma and Fred, who have to run by all the axes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he gets axed through a window and then hits the switch and turns everything back off.
Honestly, the plot in this movie doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
Honestly, this movie doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, and the next scene is...
The next scene is the cult video.
Yeah. Oh,
Well-
alongside fucking Shaggy and Scooby walking into the room and being like...
Farts.
Farts.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
that's probably the worst scene of the movie.
It's the worst scene, and it's compounded by the fact that I think it's right next to the best scene, the cult
Yeah.
movie. So, in what I think is the best piece of comedy in the whole film, Fred and Velma find like the brainwashing movie that whatever crazy cult has a hold of the island uses, and it's honestly fucking hilarious. Like it's just this like mid-ish 90s style informative video.
Yeah, it's like a PSA or something.
And it's hilarious, and it's honestly like a charming moment of the film.
Yeah. The
But
host lady really, like, adds to it a lot.
Yeah. But also it's compounded, it's like right next to a scene in which Shaggy and Scooby have a farting contest.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And it goes on for way too
That
long.
was like some Johnny Test fucking shit.
It was ridiculous.
They eat the plastic.
They do eat the plastic food.
Yeah.
They do that. Daphne walks in after they fart. Remember that happens?
While
Oh,
they're
yeah.
farting.
While they're farting?
While Shaggy's letting a huge one go, and then he's just like,
Yeah,
shit.
blames it on Scooby.
Yeah.
I'm like a son of a bitch.
Okay, and then they're... What's
They
going on
they
next?
get Daphne
The
gets
midget slaps the button.
no, 'cause
Yeah,
Daphne gets the no, because everyone gets free, right? And then Daphne gets the boy,
the
she
triangle
finds the-
Damon Rider.
the triangle boy,
Yeah.
and then they all abscond back to the hotel where they split up.
And Velma is inspecting the triangle boy.
Yeah. Oh, we
Wait,
forgot.
no, yeah, they dress up like fucking idiots to hide from the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we actually forgot to talk about two characters because they matter even less than anything else in the film.
Mm-hmm.
The weird cult leader guy who isn't
And the
Mr. Bean
luchador.
and the
Yeah.
luchador. We
Okay.
forgot to mention them at all. Yeah, there's a weird cult leader guy and there's a luchador. Honestly, neither of them matter.
Yeah.
They don't even have like real names.
No,
You
they
don't
do.
Isn't it? It's like...
have
They
a
literally
name,
come
but
out-
You just don't remember.
They
them.
come out and he says his name and then he goes, and this is my evil best pal, fucking Volcor or something.
Oh yeah, and that
Zarkos.
scene is where you get like introduced to like Velma's love interest.
Yeah, she's a love interest
Yeah,
in this
she has
but,
like it's like a half love.
but like he honestly doesn't fucking matter at all.
He's
He
in
wears
like,
a
Yeah,
Led
it should
Zeppelin
not
shirt.
have been in the movie. That I feel like that was something from like a previous draft.
Well, it
that
just got left in,
never- yeah.
They do it in the second movie, but it's way worse somehow. 'Cause
Oh, with Seth Green?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your mommy?
Who's your mommy?
That scene is like burned into my brain of her walking down the stairs in that fucking orange leather pants.
Is that like your fetish? Do you like
It
girls with
might have
glasses and
influenced.
leather who go, "Who's your mommy"?
It might have influenced my sexuality in ways that I'll never truly understand. I would say it for sure did that now that I'm saying it out loud. That and Click, apparently. According to episode 6 of the podcast.
I don't even remember. What's the bit from that?
Okay, so in Click, there are two bits.
Yeah, there's the bits where he slows down the boobs, right?
Yeah, and then there's a bit where he slows down their sex, and I mentioned that when I was like 9 and I was first starting to figure out that touching my dick felt good, I watched Click on TV, and because of that, I only remember the sex things. Because I was watching it and I just was
Dude,
fucking
why don't
on
you
the
go
couch.
jerk off to Click some more, you fucking weirdo?
Look, I was 9 years old. I had never watched pornography.
Jerk
I was
off
like,
to Click.
I was
jerk
just
off
figuring
to
out
Click.
like, hey, it feels good to rub my dick on stuff.
All right. All right, your new nickname, Eric.
Yeah.
Adam Manhandler.
Adam Manhandler.
There we go.
That's awesome. All right.
That's a good one, I think.
Yeah.
That's a podcast title.
Yeah. But anyways,
Adam Manhandler.
But anyways, Velma in that orange pantsuit definitely affected my sexuality.
Yeah, he would totally let Velma in that orange leather suit sit on his face.
100%. I mean...
Yeah, if there's any way you want to go out.
Yeah, just like a hot car seat on my face.
Okay.
Oh, hot leather car.
What the fuck else happened? Oh, yeah, so they get back to the weird voodoo tiki lounge. And this is where actually the movie starts really taking a turn for the worse, because the monsters show up.
Oh, yeah.
But, like...
The monsters look awful.
The monsters look fucking terrible.
It didn't
wait,
look
no.
that
Didn't we
bad.
miss, like, the scene where Scoob gets a phone call?
Oh, yeah. Scooby gets a phone
Yeah.
Oh,
call.
that happened way earlier. I totally forgot about
Yeah,
that.
hamburgers.
A bag of hamburgers.
In the forest.
Yeah, and he
he's
goes...
just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, and the monsters are there, but we don't really see them.
Okay, if you've seen Gremlins, then when if they eat after midnight, they just look like that, but bad.
Yeah.
They also look like very large versions of the shrimp guys from Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a great design. It's honestly... Their CGI is also significantly worse than Scooby-Doo's, which
It
is...
also doesn't help that we're watching it on, like, a really high quality.
Yeah, we're watching it at like 1080p.
That bothers me because, like, there are so many of those monsters in the movie. Like, they could have just taken the time and made a better-looking monster.
Yeah, well, I think the problem is that it's bad design instead
Yeah.
of it's bad CGI.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, they could have
like,
taken
You
the
don't
time...
like hairless bunny monsters?
No, I mean, they could have taken the time to just, like, design a better...
Oh, yeah. Well, like bad CGI...
The bad CGI is just a money
Like,
thing.
you know what came out fucking almost the same... like, not too long before this fucking movie and still looks great? Starship Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
That's like That's like 97, right?
I think so. I don't know.
God, I gotta watch fucking Starship Troopers again. I haven't seen that in fucking forever.
Yeah. Also, RoboCop.
Dude, I haven't watched RoboCop in forever either. The original.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Do the monsters look better? Like, what looks better? The monsters or fucking Dirk's cock?
Dirk's
Ooh.
cock.
Yeah, Dirk's cock, because you were convinced that was a real cock.
I'm pretty sure that the cock used in Boogie Nights for Mark Wahlberg. He plays a character named Dirk Diggler. Listen to our previous podcast, our podcast on Boogie Nights,
Yeah.
for more information. But I'm pretty sure that's a stunt cock, not a fake cock.
Okay. I think I heard somewhere that it was a fake cock, but you could be right. It could
Wait, what's
be
the difference?
Well, a stunt cock is just a stunt guy with a huge cock.
Yeah,
A fake cock is a fake cock.
It's just not Mark Wahlberg.
Oh.
It's the guy dressed like Mark Wahlberg, hanging dong.
Yeah, they got fucking Ron Jeremy. Or, is that the guy's name?
Yeah, that's the guy with a huge dick.
Okay.
Let's talk about Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo,
So-
Ron Jeremy.
Everybody, the group breaks up in the tiki bar to go do different things. Shaggy goes talks to his love interest. I don't remember what Scooby does. Scooby sees a monster and he runs away.
Yeah, he's still in the lounge. Like, yeah.
And then Fred's like, there's no such thing as monsters.
Yeah, but also
he's really
Velma's
laying
translating stuff.
Yeah, and
And
she's
then-
drunk as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she gets drunk as fuck. Oh, and then she recaps the past where they talk about Scrappy Doo. And we get what I think is the worst scene in the movie, where Scrappy pees on Daphne.
Yeah. That's also the worst scene in the movie because up until this point, like, that just comes out of nowhere, and the only reason that's in the movie is because Scrappy Doo shows up later on, which is supposed to be
that scene is literally only there to set up Scrappy.
Honestly, it would have been better if they just had Scrappy as a surprise, Yeah,
actually. Well, like, the thing is, I don't care if you're going to set up something, but, like, you can't use it just for that setup. You have to...
it's just a lazy setup.
Yes! Like, come on, man. But, then the monsters show up.
And they look awful.
And they look fucking awful. And then the rest of this movie, there's not too much plot, really. Like, they get chased by the monsters. They find out that the monsters are soul stealers. There's,
They explode by sunlight.
There's a really pointless scene where the main cast's souls are switching around.
Yeah. Well, at one point...
Wait, no. Before that, doesn't Scooby, like, abandon them with the monsters?
No. So here's what's up. So after the initial attack, Fred and Velma are gone, right? And it's just Daphne, Scoob, Mary Jane, and Shaggy. And then Daphne gets got, right? And then...
It's just
Yeah,
Shaggy,
and
Scooby,
then-
and Mary Jane.
No, and then, remember Mary Jane calls the policeman or whatever?
Yeah.
And it gets revealed that they are monsters.
Yeah, they maniacally
And then-
laugh.
Like, she leaves and she obviously gets got, right? And then, there's the...
They
there's
wake
the-
up on the beach. Right?
Yeah, and they go and they see Fred and they see Velma.
Yeah, and they know what's up.
And they're fucking they're obviously possessed, and then there's the bike chase scene, but it's not bikes, it's quads.
And then they meet up with Mary Jane, and the
turns out to be-
CGI on her face.
She fucking squashes and stretches her face out, and it looks
Yeah,
weird.
well, Scoob sees that she's evil, but Shaggy doesn't, so that sets up their conflict.
Yeah.
And then Scoob jumps down the hole.
You know
he
that...
gets eaten by the hole.
He gets
it just
eaten by the
opens.
hole. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is a tangent, but it just reminded me. When she's pulling on her face, it reminded me of the cover of the book My Teacher is an Alien. Did you guys ever read that in elementary school?
No.
Was
No.
that a Goosebumps book?
No.
Was
All
it
right.
a Black
It was a-
Lagoon book?
No, it was its own series, but it was like those.
Huh.
My
You know what
Teacher is an
you know what it
Alien.
reminded me of?
Hmm.
The Necronomicon from Evil Dead.
Oh,
The big old stretches
yeah.
That's okay, yeah. Because there was like no eyes behind her like eye sockets for like half of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Teacher's an Alien had a huge influence on me as a child. Anyways,
Why?
I don't know. I just read all of them and was like, these are good.
Honestly, like after the midpoint of this movie, the plot becomes
Just-
very sparse.
Yeah.
Like,
They have like a
Like
good
this-
scene in the cave where they're all being a team.
one second. So, like, the 10 seconds of plot that I just gave was like maybe 10 minutes of the movie. By
Yeah.
the way. So after
Which
Scooby
for
gets
this movie is like
a lot,
20%.
it's only an hour 30.
Yeah.
It's only fucking 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But yes, Shaggy jumps down the hole after Scooby, and he finds the soul bowl, and then he releases Velma's and Fred's
And
soul
Daphne's.
and Daphne's because she had gotten caught at that point, but I don't remember how. I don't think it matters.
I
how.
don't think they show it.
I don't think they show it.
I think they just
Yeah.
split up and then she's cut.
It's just assumed like, oh, they're all possessed after this.
But they let everybody out, and then we have a really fucking pointless like Fred ends up in Daphne's body.
Yeah.
Velma ends up in Velma's body.
That's literally just
Daphne
to
ends
add
up in
time.
Fred. And then literally, it's the most pointless scene of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Because it gets resolved in seconds, and they're all back in their own bodies. And, like, there's a joke or two in there, but none of them are that funny, and none of them are really worth the
I can
time
look at-
wasted on this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can look at Daphne naked now. That's
Yeah.
He's like, I can look at myself naked. So I
But
don't know.
he's
I
in
don't know.
He's in
Daphne's
Daphne's
body.
body.
it's still
so
pretty creepy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still weird.
That's like the one thing as
And
a kid
that's
I didn't
like
understand.
that's like almost a joke, I guess. But like, you want to know what would have been what would
It's
have
like
been
the
a funnier one?
suggestion of a joke.
You want to know what would have been a funnier one? If Sarah Michelle Gellar just had her hands on her boobs the whole time that she was Fred, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but you couldn't do that in this one.
I liked
I-
what Scoob was doing. I mean, shit, Shaggy.
I actually think that this movie should have been rated R, and it would have been a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaggy is Daphne. They actually pull off a real joke.
Just like, whoa, I'm in a dress.
Oh, that's for
No, that's
Velma.
Velma. No,
Yeah.
when he's in Daphne, he goes, he goes like something like, "Damn, Daphne, do you ever
shit,
friggin'
yeah.
eat?"
The
Yeah.
actual joke. Alright,
Man, I
so
fucking hate this movie.
they meet up with, what, the
Yeah.
Voodoo Man?
They meet up with the Voodoo Man again, and we get the second okay Voodoo Man scene.
Oh, yeah, he's got,
And-
what?
Oh, we gotta talk about the Dark Apocalypse. So,
Yeah.
the apocalypse in this movie that's gonna happen is the weird monsters are gonna take over everyone, and they're gonna have a ruler, and they call it the Dark Apocalypse.
It'll last
Awesome name.
for 10,000
Kick
years.
ass name.
Actually, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Dark Apocalypse? That's fucking killer.
That reminds me of the Dark Universe. Fucking Universal's Dark Universe.
Dude, it's so bad that died. I really wanted it to get somewhere. Fucking Tom Cruise's The Mummy sucked so bad.
Yeah.
Fucking Dracula Untold.
Oh, man.
Fucking Scooby Doo. God damn it. They all get back to their souls, and they all have like a cave scene because they're trying to get Scooby, because Scooby is going to be turned into a sacrifice for Rowan Atkinson because they have a scene together. It doesn't fucking matter though.
Yeah.
He gives him so many Scoob snacks.
So many Scooby snacks. And then like they're all in the cave and they're all like trying to not be caught, right? And Shaggy's disguised, and Fred and Velma are among the cultists, right?
Yeah,
Doing the
Well,
dance.
did
Trying
you
to do
mentioned
the
that
dance.
Scooby got captured.
Yeah, Scooby got captured.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have like an intricate plan all set up, and
But
then
it fucks up.
Shaggy just fucks it on
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
And Daphne's on like the roof, right?
Yeah, they were all on like climbing around doing shit, and she's just I'm
Look,
stuck here
all
now.
that matters is all of the characters get split up mostly. Daphne ends up on the roof fighting the Luchador Man, and then like Shaggy, Fred, Velma, and Scooby Doo are all in the cultist caves, and they all get caught. And then it gets there's a triumphant moment or two, and some bad guy speeches and all that crap, and it doesn't really matter. But it gets revealed that Rowan Atkinson was actually Scrappy Doo the whole time,
Yeah.
and then he grows big.
Horrible.
Because
Absolutely
of the
horrible.
souls in his body. He still needs Scooby-Doo to become the ultimate winner, though.
There was
Yeah.
one joke I liked with the Scooby-Doo and Shaggy around them.
Yeah?
He was like walking up, he's like, "We gotta run out of here, Scoob. On 5, 1, 2," and then the soul thing just stabs him in the chest.
I actually also think that
Okay.
that was fun.
You know what the joke that I liked the best in this movie that's part of this scene is when he's like, he's like, no, I need Scooby for the pure soul, and Scooby's back in his own body at this point, and he's like, are you sure you didn't mean this guy whose name also ends with Doo? And the camera just pans over to this other guy standing next to him. I liked that joke. It could have been...
Dude, I honestly just looked away from the screen, and that joke just didn't register to me.
That was a good joke to me.
Melvin Doo is hilarious.
Yeah, Melvin Doo. I was like, are you sure you don't mean Melvin Doo? And the camera just pans over. It could have been better if it was like tagged up with a few more punchlines, or like if like he was wearing something.
That seems fine.
Yeah.
It's not very funny.
I think that's the best joke in the movie though, because that's like an actual joke.
Yeah, I mean, like it's an actual joke, but like the best bit in the movie is, I think, definitely the cultist video, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I will crush your bones into dust.
Yeah.
Okay, and they fight Scrappy for a while.
Yeah.
They beat him up, I guess. They kill him.
Yeah, they just knock the triangle off his chest and he deflates.
Yeah, and all the souls spill out.
Dude, Scrappy deflates like the plot of this movie deflates.
Yeah.
Which is to
It's
say,
a perfect
quickly
metaphor.
and badly.
Yeah. Man, that is a perfect metaphor.
This was a bad movie. I liked it as a kid, but now like
Yeah,
I also liked this as a kid a lot.
This movie does not hold up well at all.
Yeah.
Also, Rowan Atkinson shows back up because he was just put in a hole for put a hole in the ground for 2 years by Scrappy Doo, who walked around in a machine form of him.
Yeah.
And then he hugs
Shaggy.
and Shaggy just has like...
He's all like,
Can I say that that's one of my favorite tropes, is the evil guy who disguises himself and then keeps the real version like
why
hidden
would
in
you
the basement?
keep the real version?
Why would you keep the real version?
I don't know, but I just like that trope a lot. Like, they do that in Community with the Dean, and it's great.
They do that in friggin' Harry Potter.
Well, they have to do it in Community with the Dean because they need his signatures for
David
stuff.
Tennant
Yeah.
steals a guy's identity.
Oh, they do that in Harry Potter, yeah.
I just really like
Even
that
keep
trope.
him in a pit.
I think
I
it's a fun
love
trope.
David Tennant.
There's actually a reason for that one, too, because he needs the DNA from him for the polyjuice potion, so they actually have to keep him.
Yeah, it is weird that that guy would have been kept around in this situation.
Yeah,
Right.
Scrappy Doo seems like he's fucking totally fine with killing people, so
Yeah.
why wouldn't he just murder that man?
Yeah. But in general, I do like that trope.
He is a dog.
Alright, let's give this movie a rating. I'm going first.
Alright.
Big Papa Brenton's score out of 100. There's no deliberations that really need to be made on this movie, I think. In my opinion. I've said all that I really need to say is bad. It's not very funny. CGI is not great. The cinematography is not great. The set design gets very bland halfway through. The soundtrack is surprisingly fun. It's all fucking trash garbage for the most part, but it's fun. The acting's not super solid, but it's not too bad either. Honestly, a lot of the quality problems definitely fall on just poor writing, and obviously it's not even the fact that the writing was poor; it's that it's so obvious that they had to cut a lot of their best jokes and also had to very quickly make new ones.
Yeah.
32 out of 100.
Okay. That's fair.
That's my final score.
I guess I'll go. Oh, I didn't see this movie when it came out because I'm like 19 and that was like 2002, so I would have been like 3. I did see the second one when it came out, so I have like nostalgia for that one, and it made me want to go back and watch Scooby Doo 1. Unfortunately, the movie gets like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Rebeckah?
Not too great.
So I watched this a lot as a little kid at my dad's house because I had it on DVD. And as a kid, I would have probably given it like an 8, but now I'm like, this is definitely a 3.
Yeah.
The CGI is so bad. But the soundtrack's good.
Eric?
Yeah, okay. So I also watched this movie and its sequel a lot as a kid, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I will also say I do have some nostalgia for this and its sequel, but
Yeah.
I don't think nearly as deep as Rebeckah or Eric.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for it, although I do know that it is bad, and I don't take much enjoyment in watching it again, unlike other things that I'm nostalgic for.
I think watching it with friends was a legitimately fun experience.
Yeah.
It's an easy movie to shit on.
Yeah.
It's no The Room or The Intern or anything crazy like that, but
Yeah.
for like
Budget.
quick 90 minutes.
I just mean, like, I wasn't, like, pleasantly surprised as, like, oh, this still holds up. Like, no, it does not hold up at all. But it is better than I would have thought, actually. Like, I thought that it was going to be really horrible going in.
Yeah, I think the guess I had given myself, because I tend to throw out just like a number in my head for movies before I watch them, just to see based off of initial impressions and stuff, and vague memories. But for this one, I had guessed I was going to give it maybe like a 25.
Yeah. So I'm going to give this 1 thumb down. Not a good movie at all. Not the worst thing. You know what? This is going to be a first on this podcast, and I'm going to break my own rating system a little bit. Thumb sideways.
Whoa. Right
in the middle.
See, I was going to ask you, doing 2 thumbs sideways?
1 thumb sideways.
Well, where are we at podcast length-wise?
43 minutes.
That's pretty good.
I have one thing to add if we were going to end off. I looked up the budget and how much this movie made.
How much budget?
$84 million? This movie made $275 million.
This movie cost $84 million?
That's not that much.
That's a lot for what was on screen?
Yeah, but think about how much CGI there is.
Yeah, but it's bad CGI.
It's 2002 CGI. It wasn't super bad at the time.
It was still pretty not good for the time.
Yeah, 84 million is also not that much.
They flipped.
And also,
there's no big names in it.
Also, you have to understand that they had to destroy the first part of the film because it used to be a different
That's true. This probably went through a lot of development hell. That's probably a lot of the cost. Also, just that Scooby-Doo is an expensive property.
Yeah. Fucking almost 300 mil. That's crazy.
They flipped this shit like hard.
For an interesting budget comparison, the movie Pulp Fiction was filmed on $21 million.
Is that it, really?
Yeah, something like that.
Huh. That's interesting. All right. Well, Scooby-Doo.
Well, I mean, Pulp Fiction's like all its sets are super super simple.
That's true.
And like they never do anything too crazy shot wise.
Yeah. I'm just thinking there's a lot of big names in that movie. There's some pretty big set pieces.
There's not any. They weren't big names at the time. John
Travolta
had a failing career at the time.
That's true. That kind of
Bruce Willis had a failing career at the time. Well, Bruce Willis was the biggest name at the time, honestly.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Sam Jackson wasn't?
Sam Jackson got famous because of Pulp Fiction.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ving Rhames was a TV actor. Fucking, what's his face? Watchman. What's his name?
Watchman?
The guy with the watch.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, fucking Christopher Walken?
Yeah, Christopher Walken was mostly a TV actor at the time. Like, he did movies here and there, but Christopher Walken has always been, always did a bunch of TV.
Yeah, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, there's not, like, a whole lot of set pieces in that movie, really.
Yeah.
It's mostly just, like...
It's mostly
houses,
conversations.
Apartments.
Huh.
So are we done talking about Scooby Doo?
Yeah.
Alright, hey, one last thing about Scooby Doo. More like Scooby...
Shit.
Dooby... Shoot me. In my head, please. I want to die.
Alright.
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, all that crap.
Yeah.
We have a guest. Rebecca, do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
You should have refell through that chair.
Well, I guess that's it. See you later.
Alright.